All right, we're going to jump in. We only have like 8 slides here, but I want to kind of make sense of this. For those that don't know who I am or didn't see me earlier on the information sharing, I'm Benjamin Diggles, one of the co-founders, here to talk a little bit through the operational blockchain overview wallet setup. And so what we're going to talk about today is the purpose of it. I promise it's not a shill, but I do want to explain why we chose Constellation for this effort. Talk about who's involved in the roles and contacts in which people want to know who's doing what. Quickly go through the operational blockchain workflow of how it works, and then we're going to end on how to set up a Stargazer wallet and get support, and then what you can look for next. So let's dive in. So some of this stuff was already covered, I think, very well by both Kevin and Manny, so I don't want to beat it to death. But so as we said, we're creating a custom token type called, custom token called NDT. So that is going to be the NDF official token, but as Kevin said, this is not going to be expressed or traded on an open market or any token exchange. So before you think you're going to get rich off the NDT, let's just pump the brakes. This thing's used for other value transfers versus being used in traditional cryptocurrency. But this shows the power of being able to use digital assets in many modalities that are well beyond just trading money, right? We're using this as a true utility to be the operational backbone of this really cool consortia that we're all a part of. And it is the financial piece of the value transfer does have a funding mechanism as a value of transfer to resource those working groups as Kevin had laid out. And all of this stuff is rather well defined on the website, explaining, which level gets how many tokens and so forth. But as you can see from the screenshot over to the right, you'll be able to connect your wallet directly from the website. It's an integration Manny's working on, very out of the box. I'm sure you've seen other things where you connect your wallet from front-end websites very easily. And the nice thing about this is that it not only gets you access to funding those working groups from a voting perspective, and we are going to be putting forward a really cool voting app to make it easy to keep track of, but you can also use it for, the Blockchain Academy to get education. And a big shout out to the Blockchain Academy. Been following those guys for a long time. It's really great stuff. So again, I promise not here to shill Constellation Network. As you heard from my last presentation, I believe that there's not one blockchain to rule them all, and that we're welcome to any interoperable protocol. That said, we're bringing forth a directed acyclic graph that is high throughput called Hypergraph Transfer Protocol. So when you think about traditional websites that run on HTTP, we're HGTP, that G being a graph-based approach to a decentralized network. And then with that, we have a programmable application support, much like decentralized applications that live on top of Ethereum. Ours are called metagraphs, and that's effectively what Manny had just built, was this really great metagraph. Also, we have node deployment and management, and this is where the distributed node operators come in from IBM's perspective. They've put forth the operational infrastructure to run these 3 nodes that allow a metagraph to work. And say the NDF becomes wildly popular and we end up needing more throughput, we just horizontally scale by adding more nodes to IBM's infrastructure, and now we can support more members. But I guess our dirty secret is with 3 nodes, we could probably handle millions of transactions within a 24-hour period, so I don't think we'll hit that throughput level anytime soon. And of course, we've got our agnostic cryptocurrency wallet that is cross-chain compatible, also allows for NFTs, where we're able to put this token directly into it using a customized token request. Whenever you add a token to a wallet like Metagraph that may not be listed out of the box, you just put in what that contract number is, and bam, it shows up into your wallet. And we're going to be able to show that more effectively here as we roll this out in the coming weeks. We also have our own customizable block explorer that will be a transaction user interface that shows all of the transactions on our chain that are specific to the NDT token. And then lastly, we're offering our top engineer guidance and documentation to support this from an operational perspective. And anybody who wants to see and learn about our Constellation Network and get a primer, you can go to our docs at docs.constellationnetwork.io/learn. And so just quickly, we've already done some of these intros, but I just want you to take a screenshot in your brain here. Of course, you already have my information, but we've got the Constellation Network that's offering the blockchain solution, Forward Edge AI, and the NDF that is the development and management layer. And then, of course, our friends over at IBM that are offering the cloud solution. And these people are fantastic to work with, and this has been a really fun project to collaborate with. So thank you, guys. And this is kind of an important piece, and I know that Kevin was proactive to add this to the website. So if you want to go to the website, you can see this graphic that shows you got 1 token for 2 purposes. As soon as you become a member and you sign that paperwork based off of what your membership type is, you get a certain amount of tokens allocated. That, of course, goes to your new wallet setup that once you provide that address, Kevin and crew will send that over. And now you're an active member and you're ready to vote for work groups and you're ready for education. And I know Kevin has some really great ideas of how we can extend this token to be able to do more things, adding more value to this operational workflow for the NDF users. So this is the one area that I will kind of course correct what Kevin was saying on the phone, is that it doesn't matter if it's a private or public network. You're able to set up a Stargazer wallet today that will interact with public tokens, as well as this shadow token that currently exists on the integration net. And so with that, we'll be holding your hand through this entire process. But to answer the question of the gentleman in the audience, if you already have a wallet, the good news is you can set up as many wallets within that one account. And so you can have 10 wallets with 10 different seed phrases for 10 different, and even beyond. You want 100, that's fine. And these wallets work not only on iOS and Android, but we have a really great desktop app, much like MetaMask, that works on both Chrome and Brave. So we have a document that explains exactly how this works and how to do it. That's available in the member portal. So feel free to download that and get started if you're antsy to get into it, or just wait for our next follow-ups once we mint the token so that we can step you in the right direction. And so with that, that's my final slide here, is around what's next. Of course, ask questions if appropriate and get educated on the process by looking at the document that I already procured there for you. If you want to set up a Stargazer member wallet, that's fine. I actually would say let's just wait until we do the minting process. But there's nothing holding you back from setting up one personally if you want to start trading other cryptocurrencies or understanding how the Stargazer Constellation wallet works. And then, of course, after that, wait for the next instructions, which is going to come out here soon, where the NDT minting is going to happen. As you can see from Manny's presentation, we're in a pretty good spot, especially with the cloud support from our friends over at IBM. And then we're going to send those instructions on how to add this custom token type to the Stargazer wallet. I promise this is really super easy. And the nice thing about these things not having a transaction value is that if we end up nuking some tokens, we can figure that out. You're not going to lose a bunch of money like a Bitcoin transfer. So you're good there. So that's about it. This is a mock graphic over here I put to the right to show that we're going to have our own NDF Metagraph Explorer that's going to be public so people can see this thing in action. And I think this is a really amazing step. And I want to give big kudos over to Kevin and team for really putting forth a vision of using a blockchain. You know, as they say, you eat your own dog food. I like to say we drink our own champagne here at the NDF. So I'm very proud of you guys, and I'm so excited to be a part of this. And this is just the beginning of what I believe is going to be an amazing DLT workflow for all. So hit me up, Benjamin Diggles, or just benjamin@constellationnetwork.io if you have questions, but you're going to hear a lot from us. And now I can hand it back over to my friends over in NDF land there. Sorry I can't be there, guys.